Hey everyone, ready for one of the biggest questions out there? I mean, are we alone, you know, in the universe? That's what we're going to tackle on today's deep dive.
A question that's kind of been with us forever, right? Like as long as people have been looking up at the stars, I guess.
It's true. And well, we're going deep on this one. We've got this article. It's called The Cosmic Question. Are we truly alone in the universe? And wow, even just the intro to this thing kind of blew my mind. Like right off the bat, they're talking about just how many galaxies are out there in the observable universe, at
Oh
least.
yeah, they throw out a number, right? It's
So see 2 trillion.
2 trillion galaxies. And that's just what we can see. Each one packed with, well, billions, maybe even trillions of stars. And now we know, I mean, most of those stars, they've got planets going around them.
2 trillion. Okay, I need to wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
So, like, if you could count one star every second, hmm, it'd take you, like, over 3,000 years just to get through all the stars in our own Milky Way.
Yeah, and think about it. Our galaxy, it's a tiny, tiny speck in the grand scheme of things, you know? The whole universe.
Mind-boggling is right. So that's what this deep dive is all about. Are we alone? Or, is there life out there somewhere? Are we going to find evidence of, I don't know, some cosmic neighbors or what? Let's find out.
Well, I mean, to even start thinking about that, we got to figure out what it takes for life to exist in the first place, right? What conditions we need.
Yeah, that's true. We can't just assume every planet out there is going to have, like, aliens running around, can we?
Probably not. The article talks about this thing called the Goldilocks zone, right? And it's basically the area around a star where the temperature's just right, for liquid water.
Oh, I see. Like Goldilocks in the porridge, right? Not too hot, not too cold.
Exactly. And the thing is, astronomers have already found a bunch of planets that are smack dab in these Goldilocks zones.
So they could have water. And water
Yeah.
means, well, possible life, right?
Yeah. It's a good start. I mean, liquid water is essential for life as we know it. But we got to be careful, right? Just because there's water doesn't automatically mean there's life.
True. Maybe we should, I don't know, look closer to home for some clues. Like life on Earth, it started billions of years ago, right?
Mm.
Under conditions that would be, I mean, super hostile to us now.
Yeah, and the fact that it survived, and adapted
Right.
over billions of years, that's a huge point.
So, I mean, does that mean like life could pop up anywhere if it's got the right, I don't know, ingredients?
Mhm.
Or does it make Earth like even more special?
That's a huge question, and scientists they're still debating it. Is life a common thing, or is it a total fluke that we're even here? That's like one of the main reasons we even search for aliens in the first place.
So where do we even begin to answer that? The article, it talks about the Drake equation. What's that all
Oh
about?
yeah, the Drake equation. It's named after an astronomer, Frank Drake.
Yeah.
And it's an attempt to try and estimate how many detectable civilizations there are in our galaxy.
Detectable. So like civilizations that could, talk to us, communicate.
Exactly. And it looks at like how many stars are forming, how many of those have planets, how many of those planets could be habitable, the whole 9 yards.
Sounds pretty complicated.
Oh, it is. And here's the kicker. A lot of that stuff we don't know.
So it's kind of like a big cosmic guessing game.
Pretty much. You can plug in different numbers, different assumptions, and you can get an answer that's like millions of civilizations out there or zero.
Wow, that's quite a range. But if there could be so many out there, why haven't we heard from any of them?
Well, that's the whole thing with the Fermi paradox, right?
The Fermi pair.
The Fermi paradox,
Yeah.
named after a physicist, Enrico Fermi. And it basically says, if there's probably a bunch of intelligent life out there, why haven't we found it? Where is everybody? Why so quiet?
Yeah, I mean, good question. So what are the possible explanations for that? For the silence?
Lots of theories, right? One is that maybe advanced civilizations, they just blow themselves up before they can, I don't know, get out there, colonize the galaxy, nuclear war, maybe they wreck their environment, or even like artificial intelligence gets out of control.
Yikes. Okay, so what else?
Maybe they're out there, but they're choosing to stay silent on purpose, like a way to protect themselves, keep their heads down, don't draw attention.
Makes sense. If you don't know what's out there, it's probably better to be safe than sorry.
Right. And then there's this other theory, pretty creepy, called the dark forest hypothesis.
Okay, that sounds kind of ominous. What's that one?
Okay, so imagine the universe is like a dark forest full of hunters, right? And every civilization, they're hiding. They're scared to make a sound because they know if they do, someone might find them and, destroy them. So Everyone's on edge all the time, suspicious of anything that could be, well, another civilization.
So it's like cosmic hide and seek, but with like really high stakes.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but
Yeah.
it's just one theory.
Okay, so we've got self-destruction, intentional silence, and this whole scary dark forest thing.
Yeah.
Are there any other like roadblocks on the way to becoming a big advanced civilization? The article mentioned something called the Great Filter.
Yeah, the Great Filter. The idea is that somewhere on the path, from simple life to like super advanced civilization, there's this huge obstacle, like a wall. And most life, it can't get past it.
Like a wall on the road to civilization.
Exactly. And the freaky part is we don't know if we've already passed it, humanity, or if it's still out there waiting for us.
Hold on. So all the stuff we worry about, like nuclear war, climate change, AI going rogue, that could be the filter.
It's possible. If we're already past it, it means getting to our level of technology, it's super rare. But if it's still ahead, well, that could mean there's something big, maybe even really bad, waiting for us down the line.
Yeah, that's a pretty intense thought. But while we're sitting here worrying about, our doom, is anyone actually trying to find signs of life out there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's a whole field dedicated to it. It's called SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Well, they've been using, these powerful radio telescopes to scan the skies, looking for signals, anything that could mean, intelligent life.
Hmm.
And they've been at it for like over 60 years.
So they're basically listening for a cosmic hello.
Yeah, you could say that. And there have been some interesting moments like the wow signal.
Wow. Signal. Okay, that sounds like a story.
Oh, it is. Back in 1977, a radio telescope picked up this really strong signal. It came from the constellation Sagittarius, and it lasted for 72 seconds. And the astronomer who saw it, he was so surprised, he wrote, "Wow," on the printout.
Wow. Literally. So did they ever figure out what it was?
Nope. Never heard it again. It's still a mystery. And people still debate, could it have been like a message from an alien civilization?
Okay, that's both exciting and kind of creepy.
Yeah.
So let's say we do find life out there, even if it's just, microbes. What would that mean for us?
Even microbes, that would be huge. It would prove that life, it's not just limited to Earth, that it started somewhere else too, completely on its own. It would change everything we know about biology, evolution, the whole deal.
It would mean we're not alone,
Yeah.
even if it's not, intelligent life.
Exactly. But finding an intelligent civilization, that would be, wow, a whole different ballgame.
I can't even imagine. Like, how would we talk to them? What if they're, more advanced than us or less?
Those are some of the big questions, right? It would make us rethink our place in the universe, maybe even come up with whole new ways of thinking, of communicating.
And it would have huge implications for, like, philosophy,
Sure.
religion. Right?
Definitely. It would challenge how we see ourselves, what it means to be human. Religions might have to, reinterpret their whole deal, their doctrines.
Okay, so just for fun, let's say we never find another intelligent civilization. Does that mean, like, our journey ends here, our cosmic journey, I mean?
Not at all. Whether we're alone or part of some big galactic community, humanity's future, it's probably out there, in space.
So you're saying even if we never shake hands or, I don't know, tentacles, with an alien space exploration, it's still important.
Absolutely. I mean, look at what's happening already. NASA's Artemis program, they're trying to, build a base on the moon, a real base that people can live on.
And then there's SpaceX, right? They're talking about, like, colonizing Mars. It's crazy.
It's like science fiction's becoming reality right in front of us.
I know. Imagine way, way in the future, like humans spread out all over the galaxy.
Yeah.
Terraforming planets, maybe even running into other civilizations.
We could be the aliens to someone else.
Whoa. Okay, yeah. That is mind-blowing. It's like the universe is this giant story, and we're just at the beginning of, like, a really exciting chapter.
I like that. That's a great way to put it. We're really just starting to explore, our little corner of the cosmos. Who knows what's out there, what we'll find, the wonders, and maybe the dangers, too.
Okay, so we've talked about, like, a lot. The universe, the possibility of life, what it would mean to actually meet aliens. But I kind of want to go back to something you said before about finding even just microbial life on another planet.
Oh, yeah. You mean how it would change our whole understanding of, biology
Yeah.
and evolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It seems like such a I don't know, a fundamental shift in how we see things.
Oh, it would be huge. Imagine finding life that evolved under totally different conditions, right,
Hmm.
than here on Earth. It would challenge everything we think we know about how life works, how it even gets started in the first place.
Like we'd have to rewrite the textbooks, the biology textbooks, I mean.
Totally. We'd have to broaden our definition of life, really grasp how diverse it could be out there in the universe.
And finding even just like microbes, it would make the search for intelligent life, I don't know, seem more real, more likely.
Oh, absolutely. If life, even simple life, can pop up in different places on its own, then yeah, it definitely makes you think maybe intelligent life isn't so rare after all.
It's like a stepping stone, right? A clue that we're on the right track.
Yeah.
You know, we started this whole deep dive asking, are we alone? But now it's like we're asking, what if we're not?
That's a natural progression, I think. The more we learn, the more we realize we don't know. But it's that sense of wonder, that curiosity that keeps us going. That's what drives us to keep exploring.
Yeah, like they say, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know.
Exactly. That's what makes this whole thing so fascinating, so exciting.
Okay, so we've covered the science, the philosophy, but what about the practical side? If we actually made contact with an alien civilization, what happens then?
Oh, that's a tough one. No easy answers there. I mean, it depends on so many things. How do we make contact? What's their technology like? What do they want? What do we want? So many factors.
It's like, what do you say after you say hello?
Exactly. It would be a huge moment for humanity, and we'd have to be really careful.
Are there like rules for that? Protocols? You know, for if we meet aliens?
There are some guidelines, yeah. The SETI Institute, they have this document. It's called the Declaration of Principles Concerning Activities Following the Detection of Extraterrestrial Intelligence. Big name, right. But basically it says we got to talk to other countries, communicate responsibly.
So no, just like shooting off a welcome to Earth message without thinking it through.
No, definitely not. It would be a delicate situation. We have to approach it with a lot of caution and respect.
Makes you wonder, is there like a galactic United Nations just waiting for us to join?
Yeah.
But okay, what if instead of finding, intelligent life, we just found evidence that it existed
Yeah.
somewhere, sometime,
Yeah.
like fossils on Mars?
Even that would be amazing. It would mean life wasn't just a one-time thing here on Earth. It happened somewhere else, even if it's gone now.
Like finding a lost civilization here on Earth, but on another planet?
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. And it would open up so many questions around what was that life like? How did it evolve? What happened to it? It'd be like solving a giant cosmic puzzle.
And it would make you think, are there other planets out there with similar stories? Planets that used to have life, but now they're just quiet. It's kind of sad, but also kind of cool.
It is, yeah. Bittersweet. But it also shows how precious life is and how important it is to protect it here on Earth and anywhere else we might find it.
You know, we talked about that great filter idea,
Hmm.
that maybe civilizations destroy themselves. But what if that's not the only thing stopping them? What if there's something else out there, something we don't understand, that keeps civilizations from getting too big, too advanced?
You mean like something beyond natural disasters or even like wars and stuff?
Yeah, like some force or some phenomenon that we haven't even discovered yet. Maybe something that puts a limit on how long a civilization can last, no matter how smart they are or how good their technology is.
That's a really interesting thought. And, it's not impossible. We've only been studying the universe for a tiny, tiny amount of time.
So there could be stuff out there, forces at work, that we don't even know about.
Absolutely. Could be cosmic events or even other intelligent beings who are shaping how civilizations develop in ways we can't even imagine.
Okay, now we're getting into like serious science fiction territory.
Maybe. But that's what's so great about this topic, right? It pushes our imaginations. It makes us think about the unknown, about how much we still don't know.
It's a good reminder that even with all our science, all our technology, there are still mysteries out there. Maybe some we'll never solve.
Definitely. And that mystery, that awareness of how much we don't know, that's what keeps us asking questions, keeps us looking for those answers. So even if we never find like solid proof of aliens, the search itself is important.
It's true, yeah. I mean, just the search for knowledge,
Mhm.
exploring the universe, trying to figure out where we fit in, all of that. It's important. Even if we don't, I don't know, get a clear answer in the end.
I totally agree. And hey, who knows? Maybe someday we won't be asking, are we alone anymore? Maybe we'll be figuring out how to like actually connect with those cosmic neighbors.
Now, that would be something. But for now, we're stuck with the mystery, right? this amazing possibility that the universe, it's got things out there beyond anything we can even imagine.
I think that's part of what makes it so captivating, don't you think? The unknown. It's what drives us to explore, to ask questions, to keep searching for answers.
For sure. So we're wrapping up this deep dive into, well, alien life. But I want to leave our listeners with something that really got me thinking from that article.
Hmm.
If we did meet another intelligent civilization, what should our first message be? Like, what would you say?
Hmm. That's a tough one, but a good one. It's something to think about. I think it would have to be something that shows, like, the best of humanity, right? Our curiosity, our desire for peace, our hope for, I don't know, a future together out there in the stars.
It's a lot to try and sum up in one message.
Yeah,
But I think it's, well, it's a challenge worth taking on.
definitely. And just imagine maybe somewhere out there, there's another civilization doing the same thing, you know, crafting their own message, hoping for a reply across all that space.
That's kind of humbling and also kind of exciting, right?
Yeah.
Well, on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive. Hope you enjoyed exploring the mysteries of the universe with us.
And who knows, maybe someday we'll have even more to talk about, maybe some actual answers. But in the meantime, keep looking up at those stars and keep asking those big questions.
And if you have any thoughts on what you would say to an alien civilization, let us know. Share your ideas and keep on exploring.